diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop home, gave me the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go. Hey, Mike's right. On 53. 22.
On first down, Keenum. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
22. Down.
On first and 10, here's Keenum. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, orange!
Keenum will try again on second down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Shedding the tackler and gets him some room. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 23 yards on the play.
Stand down. Roger, roger, roger. Hey, orange.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
22. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. He fights him off. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, Keenum. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
22. Hey, go.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets past one man. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. This time, Boykin looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Boykin steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Keenum now on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Michael Brockers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
53.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Boykin on 1st and 10. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Boykin, off play action. He's letting it fly for Cook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run with Marshall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Keith Marshall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations.
And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Flex 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Boykin. The pressure gets to him again. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Boykin to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
To throw is Boykin. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go!
He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or creep.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a 1st down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. Now a handoff for Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the 2nd level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Boykin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, yo,
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Here we go, boys. Down.
3rd and long, it's Keenum. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On second down, here's Boykin. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Rams on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Boykin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 and also a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And here's Marshall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Boykin. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Domata in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Flex round. Let's go. Try 38. Try 38.
Now Boykin on 2nd down. Airing it out deep for Woods. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long for Boykin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, boys.
This is Marshall. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
22! 29!
Throwing on third down, Keenum escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were...
And it's a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now Marshall. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey, takes 53, 55.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl.